And hello gamers, I am back yet again. This time I'm playing Fairchild Channel F for the final time. Why is it the final time? Because this is the last of the cartridges that I have for it. It's a little difficult to play a system when you don't have any games left for it. So I have 4 cartridges set up already, and there are 5 games spread between them, and I'm going to try them all out. So we'll see how that goes. I have the first game in right now, Video Cart 4, which is called Spitfire. I also have Video Cart 5, which has Space War on it. Video Cart 11, which has Backgammon and Acey-Ducey on it. And Video Cart 12, which is Baseball. For all of these carts, miraculously, I do still have the original boxes. And most of these do come with the original instructions for it as well. I'm still consistently amazed that not only the cartridges have survived for about 40 years, but the manuals and the boxes have survived as well. So I guess I got lucky and happened to find people on eBay that were the end of a series of people that took very good care of these cartridges. And I respect that, and I'm amazed by that. So anyway, let's play Spitfire. Let's see, it's asking me game. There's only one game, so I'll hit the 1 button. And refresh the screen. I'm going to play with defaults, so hit the... No. I was playing this before. There's 2 game modes. It's either 1 or 2 player. And I want to change the mood. So that gives me an M, which is supposed to mean movement. Let's put that to 2, because I think mode number 1 by default is 2-player mode. So we'll see if I did this right. Start the game. 3, 2, 1 countdown. And no, this is not 2-player mode, because I'm the one that's going all crazy all over the place while I try to remember what the controls are, and the other one is just going left because there's no player 2 input. So, reset. Maybe I remembered that wrong. Maybe it's 1 player by default, or I just didn't configure it properly. So yeah, let's just start with that. Default. And it's still not doing it, so I'm still doing something wrong here. Reset. Game 1. And push 1 and nothing happens. What happens if I push 3? Nothing. So 2. You know what? Let's read the fucking manual. Let's RTFM. See what it says, how I need to select the mode. The mode option can be selected immediately after selecting 2 players before any time after the countdown selected in mode. After the countdown, press button 3, then button 2. After the countdown? So 3 and then 2. Okay, it seems weird, but I'll try it. Let's reset. And game 1. And we do 4. Shit, I already forgot what buttons to push. It was 3 and then 2, right? Oh, at least the planes can't kill each other. That's good. 3 and then 2. 3 and 2. That just did that again. So do I hit 4 to start? Doing the countdown again. I don't know if I did this right. No, that just changed the speed. Now it's going ape shit. Reset. Jormore says button 1 selects players, button 2 activates Skynet. And they never would have seen that coming, wouldn't they? That all this time, for 40 years, there has been a Trojan horse waiting inside every Fairchild Channel F. And it transmits the virus through the video signal, and now it's going out to the internet. That's how far ahead Fairchild was in the design of the Fairchild Channel F. Okay. I swear there is a way to do 1 player. So 1 doesn't do anything. 2 Is this manual lying to me? Oh, it's so much easier than that. Push restart, and instead of pushing 1 to start the game, you push 2. And that gets you into one-player mode. Okay. Shit. I think I'm supposed to use the other controller. Oh, damn. Jesus Christ. Yeah, because in that instance, the red one was the computer player. So now I'm the blue one. Ow. Computer hit me. Damn you, computer. I don't know what that tower thing is supposed to be in the middle, but it disappears as soon as you get too close to it. Damn it! I have to get used to the controls again, too, because it is sort of like an airplane in that you pull down to go up, and you push forward to go down. Computer opponent is actually somewhat resourceful. Oh damn it, I could have had him right there. I was looking at the wrong plane again. Jormware says that perhaps that thing in the middle is a runway. You could be right, or it could be an aircraft carrier. Come here, you mofo. Ha! Finally scored one. I had to lose 6 times. And I believe on the back of the box, it actually says the names of these. Getting killed again. The red one is the Red Baron, which makes sense, and the blue one is the Blue Max, which I've never heard of. Son of a tit! There, got you, mofo face. And stream's trying to fuck up. That's good. Do my magic refresh. Shit. Jormware says that the box means Snoopy. In other words, instead of the Red Baron, they should have said Snoopy. Because, as we know, Snoopy was the Red Baron. Those are the only 2 things I think of, actually, when I think Red Baron. I think Snoopy, and the other one is pizza. Good pizza, by the way. They're not paying me. I just like the pizza. Ha! I think I may have discovered a game-breaking flaw. Well, obviously not. It didn't work that time. Ha! Trick is to get them quick. Shit! Sometimes it goes random. Okay, I'm going to reset and play at maximum speed, because that was fun last time that I did that. Okay, so I hit 2, and then I believe it configures just as before. 3, which gets me that, and then I hit 2 for movement, and I hit 4. And resume the game. And it goes crazy! You fall all the way back down to the aircraft carrier, or the runway, or whatever that is. I want to die as far away from that thing as possible. Just to see how far I can get it to go. Is that how it goes, Jormware? He says that Snoopy shot down the Red Baron. The blue one is Snoopy, but maybe not in this case. Huh. I knew there was something there. I could have sworn that Snoopy was the Red Baron. I specifically remember seeing a red plane that he was sitting in, but that could be a memory fabrication. It's been like 30 years since I've seen those cartoons. Did the speed reset? I think the speed did reset. Let's change it again. Wait for the countdown. Push 3, 2, 4, 4. Yeah. Does the speed reset after you die? This sort of looked like maybe it slowed down a little. I could be imagining this. I am not fucking good at this game. Bullshit. Okay, I think I'm done with Spitfire. Alright, turn that off. And nestle the Spitfire cartridge neatly back into its box with the instructions. And next up is Space War. Unlike the implication from the name, this is not a Space Invaders clone. It's actually quite different. Reset. And play number 1. Play on defaults first. And then okay, yeah, so I'm the little green little turd thing in the upper left hand corner there. And you push down to fire. Your goal is to shoot the blue thing, which obviously doesn't make a difference because I could just shoot it forever. It takes down his shield, or score, I guess. And eventually you do run out of shots, so what you have to do is go back to this little pink refueling area thing, and that fills you back up. And then you can shoot again. And that's the end of the game. I got the S prompt again. So, let's do it again. You know, let's see if there's a one-player mode on this. Manuel says I don't see anything in the skimming portion procedure, so I'm just going to keep going. Let's shoot the hell out of him. Go right up in his face. Yeah, eat it. It looked like I actually killed him faster that time. No. No, I almost ran out of shots. That's what happened. Okay, so let's try it ramped up in speed, because that's fun. And you cannot change the speed. Can you do a T? No, you cannot. These green bush things, or whatever those are, perhaps satellites or space junk, you can go through, but it slows you way down. And it looks really bad, too. It looks like you're blowing up, but it doesn't do anything to your score thing. Let's eat some of these glitch dots while we're at it. And I can't get to that one, it's too far off the screen. Very weird. You'd think the dots would not come back, but they do. What happens if nothing happens if I pull up. And nothing happens if I rotate, either. Well, actually I could play 2-player with both of these. So, ah, shit, it's stuck. That right stick, it gets stuck easily. So yeah, feel like I should be getting better mileage out of this game, even though we've seen everything. Can I shoot out of the other side? No. It does still use power, though. I cannot go off the right side of the screen, or the bottom. I'm guessing not the left or the right either. I'm going to try it anyway. Jormware says, ooh, Space War sounds good. You'd think so. You'd think with the word war in the name that there'd be more going on. But, I mean, for the time, this is still somewhat impressive. Jormware also says this is a neat setup for a game. So, I wish there was more to show about this game, but there's just not. That's it. So I guess that's the end of Space War. And I'll slip it back into its box as well. Space War does not have an end label, though. It's the only bad thing about that. At some point in its life, the end label got up and said, "Fuck this," and disappeared forever. Next is Video Cart 11, which has Backgammon and Acey-Ducey on it. This one I don't have the box, but it is a later release in that it says Channel F at the top of the cartridge. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm sitting down and I'm not going to get up and push the magic button. I don't feel like it. In we go. Customary reset. And press 1 for Backgammon. And I have no fucking clue what to do here because I have no idea how to play Backgammon. I was talking to Sean before the recording, and I said to him, "Does anybody actually know how to play Backgammon?" I don't think anybody does. Like, one of the things I said was, you would usually get Backgammon on the back of some other board, like a checkers board or something, and nobody would ever flip it over to play Backgammon because nobody knew how to play Backgammon. It actually does explain in the manual here how to play, but that's upwards of 2 tiny pages of reading, and I'm not going to do that. And then it explains how to control the game. So, let's see. Oh, great. Apparently, the number 2 game, Acey-Ducey, it starts by saying, "The play of the game of Acey-Ducey is identical to that of Backgammon, with the following 2 exceptions," and then it lists those exceptions, whatever they fucking are. So, let's do the time-tested Jeremy Tries tradition of pressing random buttons and seeing what happens on the screen. Jormware said, "Maybe it will teach us how to play." No chance of that. They didn't have the memory. Pushing down, nothing happens. Nothing happens when I twist. Nothing happens when I move or tilt. Nothing happens when I pull up. Let's try controller 2. Same deal. Nothing. Is this one of those where I have to push? There's one of these games where to get started on it, you have to push down on both sticks at the same time. And apparently this is not one of those games. So, well, I guess I could read the instructions. Say, twisting the hand controller knob clockwise will roll the dice until it is let go. So, clockwise, release, nothing! Do I have to hit 4 to start? Or does this not even work? I'm pushing the buttons on the console and it's not doing anything. Try 1 again. See if it'll do anything this time. I think this might be broken. Yeah. Alright, well, let's try game number 2. Acey-Ducey. Acey-Ducey, perhaps. So, twist. No. 3, 2, 1. Well, not only is my Backgammon knowledge broken, but the game is broken too. Jormware says the whole game is a bluff. No one expected it to be played. You could be right. Well, it has somewhat sort of okay graphics. I can say that about it, at least. So, off you go. Out you go. And use the rubber band that came with it to stick the instruction manual back onto it. That's that. And final game already. is baseball. Oh, and this one actually came with some extra stuff. I think I would actually like to show off this stuff. So let's go up here, push the on button, and tilt the camera around so I can see myself. And it came with kind of a little catalog thing. Which is this, back off so you can see it. Channel F has a lot more fun in store for you. Is that backwards for you? No, that's frontwards. Okay, good. So, shows some of the cartridges there, lined up like dominoes. As a playing suggestion, perhaps, I don't know. On the back, we have Channel F System 2. That is what they called the Fairchild Channel F redesign, because there was a second model of the Fairchild Channel F called the Channel F2. It was a cosmetic redesign, and I believe the controller cables were removable. Otherwise, hardware was identical and game compatibility was identical. Inside, it's a 3 fold-out thing. Inside first page, there are some screenshots of games, short descriptions. And second page there, more of the same, and more of the same. A few of them I recognize. Recognize Blackjack, right there. That's a game I played in a previous live stream. And on the back of that is a list of all the cartridges that are available, at least at the time that this was printed. Presumably they could have released some more after this. What does that actually have on it? It has video cards 1 through 17, so indeed, this is an old catalog because I believe the cartridge numbering went up to 27 with the official cartridges. And there was no third-party cartridges for the system. So that's kind of a neat little piece of history that survived. And also with that, we have the warranty card. You think it's still in warranty, maybe? Geez, I bet that Fairchild isn't still even in operation. I bet they went bust. And fill out your info there on the back. It's actually got a phone number there that you can call, an 800 number. Different 800 numbers for inside and outside of California. That's interesting. Wonder why that matters. So, yeah. Warranty card with baseball. So if this game doesn't work, I'm getting my $8 back. Plug that in. Almost forgot to switch back. And turn the camera thing back around so it's not distracting me. And turn on system. Reset. Huh. This one starts up with a different title screen. It doesn't start up with the customary G title screen. So I wonder how that changes the thing, how it controls. It says press reset and red 1 will appear in the middle of the screen, which we have. That's red. That's very dark red, and it's kind of glitchy. Like it's got some interlacing on the sides of it. Along with 2 scores in the lower right and lower left, which we have. The number in the middle is the inning coming up, which we don't have yet. The score in the lower left corner is green score through the current inning, and the score in the lower right is blue score through the current inning. This is the one I was thinking of. Both players must push down at the same time on the stick. You gotta go like this on both of them to start the inning. This must happen at the beginning of each inning. No cheating by starting before the other guy is ready. That's interesting. That's actually kind of a nice thing. Because that means if, like, your other guy's gotten up to go take a shit, then the guy that's still there can't start the game and start scoring a whole bunch of outs or runs while the other guy has the runs. Sean says, release Skynet. You know what? Actually, there is a button here on the bottom that says Skynet on it. No, I'm just kidding. It's not there. Anyway, let's follow the instructions and press down on both. Boop! And, okay, so you have the setup here. You see the 3 lowest blue players on the field. They're on the base. No, wait, the pitcher is in the middle. You can see that the 3 of the players are on the bases because it looks like they've got a really big friggin' foot, but no, that's the base that they're standing on. And the batter is the green guy towards the bottom next to home plate in front of the catcher. The catcher looks like the asteroid ship, and the green guy looks kind of like an elephant. So, what do I do here? Okay, player 1 is batting, and I can temporarily bat home plate out of existence. That's entertaining. And let's pitch. There we go. And I guess he caught it, so that's 1 out in the lower right. Pitch again. And he made it to the second base. New player, or new player up to bat. Pitch and hit. That's a strike. Boop. And green team got a run. Wow, this is almost as interesting as playing and commentating actual baseball. What I've heard is that if baseball was any slower, it would be farming. Which I don't doubt that one bit. Never been into sports personally, and I've been even less into sports video games. Sean says, I bet home plate disappears to avoid a sprite collision. That could be, yeah. Or, they didn't know how to do... They didn't know how to render transparency of one sprite on top of another. Because, as you can see, when I pitch right here, the ball goes through the home plate, and it kind of traces a path through it as it goes. I'll pitch one more time so you can see what I'm talking about. Shoop! See? Goes right through there. Alright, now we have an inning change, so we plunge down on both. And apparently that pitched and batted. So the manual's lying. I didn't have to do that at the beginning of the new inning. So now it's reversed. I got used to doing this way, so I'll just swap controllers. And he catches it. I'm really good at hitting to that guy. So that guy made it to second. See if I hit really late. What happens if you hit really late is you get a strike. Whoa! Unless you hit it straight to first base. Getting some runs. Getting the runs. And that's an inning change. I think I might have known what happened. That the right stick was like stuck in the plunge down position. And then I hit on the stick 1. And it just went ahead and went. Perhaps. Actually, that doesn't quite make sense. But I'm right, damn it, because this is my stream. Oh my god, that's a foul ball! Jeez. Probably cracked a kid on the forehead that was sitting in the front row. That's something that they don't have in baseball enough. There's not enough killing of the fans. Bet people would watch it then. Another power foul ball. It's also tracing through the numbers there. Jormware says, gotta go, see you next time. Well, see you later, Jormware. Thanks for tuning in. 'Twas good to have you watching. Holy piss. That one went fast. I'm really good at hitting that foul ball right like that. I'm thinking that maybe the angles in this game may be pre-programmed in. I can't actually know. I can't actually move either the pitcher or the batter. So I'm betting the exact timing for when you hit the ball corresponds to an exact angle that the ball will fly off in. Whoa! Okay, I didn't think I could get a better foul ball than that, but apparently I can. And I did it again. Yeah, there we go. Actually made it to a base. What I would like to see is the players actually running between the bases, but that would probably take up too much memory. Or it would be so computationally intensive that they would like run at 1 mile per hour on the way there. Oh, just about knocked first baseman's foot off. And the exact same shot again. I don't know how I keep doing this. So one thing I've learned is that fouls in this game do not count as an out. In other baseball games that I've played, that is the case. Right to the outfielder. That's the end of that inning. I've just learned something also about the innings. What this game is calling an inning is a complete play of both blue and green. That's one inning. Whereas the way I thought baseball worked is that every time the teams switch, that is an inning. Because for this, I can just start playing immediately. I don't have to do the double plunge thing to start the inning. And now it's reversed again. Switch back. That was slow as hell. Right past him. That'll work. Wow, that was almost a home run. Random thought popped into my head. If anybody watching has an 8mm camcorder, also called a Video 8 camcorder, drop me a line. I would be interested in buying it because I have some really old tapes from when I went to E3 back in 2002 and maybe also 2004, 2006. And I would like to record those tapes off, digitize them, perhaps you'd say, and upload them to YouTube. Because there is some pre-release footage, pre-game release footage of quite a few games on those tapes. Sean says, no home runs? Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I guess maybe there could be an angle that you could hit the ball at that would automatically be a home run. Because also, the angle that I hit seems to determine how far the batters get across the bases. Like if I always hit at the same angle, they'll always go to the same base, I think. Seems to be another one of those things that's pre-programmed in. Never thought I'd get so much mileage out of this baseball game, I'll say that. Baseball is one of the few sports that I actually know the rules for, because being a power nerd, I never played any sports except when forced to in PE class. Why I picked up the rules to baseball and not football, I don't know, because we were forced to play both. I'm somewhat convinced that sometimes PE class was a physical education for people that don't know. I'm somewhat convinced that that class was sometimes just a thinly veiled recruiting scheme for getting people for the various sports teams that the school had. Or that it was a thinly veiled practice for the people that were already on the teams. because I'm just cynical enough to believe that. Ah, the damn plunging on the right thing's not working. Sean says, any variance in pitching? That's actually a good idea. I'm actually going to try that. Now I've forgotten. Okay, yeah. He's batting. Because one thing I haven't tried is... You obviously cannot pull up and pitch at the same time because you have to push down to pitch. But you can tilt the stick or rotate the stick and pitch at the same time. And the same for batting. So I'm going to try that, see what happens. I'm going to rotate left and push down. Whoa, curveball! Huh! Look at that. And I bet I can curve the other way, too. I can. Okay. Different indicator in the lower left. I guess that was actually a ball, not a strike. So what about batting? Oh, I didn't try doing different directions while pushing down. So that was no difference. No difference. Whoa, don't do it twice. Stupid. And I can move the fielders, apparently, by using the stick. So, that's the thing. Now let's see if there's any difference to batting. Rotate, bat, rotate, bat. I don't think so. Forward bat, left bat, right bat, down bat. Well, that's interesting. That's actually more variation than I expected there to be in this game. So yeah, like I said, got much more mileage and much more fun than I expected out of a sports game. So I think I'm going to call that a stream. That's the last of my games, and the last you'll see of Fairchild Channel F, unless I decide to collect more cartridges. Next time, I believe, if I can remember whenever next time actually is, I'm going to play Caltron 6-in-1 on the NES, which I tried to do last week, but my internet connection was shitty, so I couldn't even start. So it seems to be okay now. So I'll play then. Anyway, I'll see you then, whenever that is.